Good day, everyone. I am Alexis Baho, a student from SU13. As of today, I am going to discuss a subtopic called 9.7 Composite Volcanoes under Unit 9 Volcanoes and Other Activities. So, before I start, I would like to state the objectives first. Firstly, to know all about composite volcanoes. Secondly, to know where composite volcanoes form. And lastly, discuss the formation, distribution, and characteristics of composite volcanoes. So let us first know what is all about composite volcanoes. Earth's most picturesque yet potentially dangerous volcanoes are composite volcanoes, also known as stratovolcanoes. Most are located in a relatively narrow zone that rims the Pacific Ocean, appropriately called the Ring of Fire. This active zone consists in part of a chain of continental volcanoes that are distributed along the west coast of the Americas, including the large cones of the Andes in South America and the Cascade Range of the western United States and Canada. The question here is, where and how are composite volcanoes formed? Composite volcanoes are found on convergent plate boundaries, where the oceanic crust subduct beneath the continental crust. This is how it happened. This is the oceanic crust and this is the continental crust. And when it collides or subducts, may mafo-form nga another composite volcanoes. I mean, after the subduction process, composite volcanoes occur. Moving on, let us know about the formation of composite volcanoes. A composite volcano is built over a span of thousands of years through multiple eruptions. The eruptions build the composite volcano layer by layer until the volcano towers thousands of meters. Some layers of lava, while other might be of ash, rock, or and etc. The conduit system, which taps into a reservoir of magma deep within the earth, feeds the composite volcanoes. This magma erupts out of several vents across the composite volcano's flanks or form a large central crater at the summit of the volcano. When a large composite volcano erupts, it creates a collapse region known as caldera. Calderas are deep, step-walled depressions and are the regions for a new composite volcano to build back up. A composite volcano is formed along the Earth subduction zones, where the tectonic plate slides beneath another. The Pacific Basin and the Mediterranean Sea are such regions. Next, the distribution of the composite volcanoes. Composite volcanoes or stratovolcanoes are the most common type of noted volcanic edifices, and they occur in all regions of volcanic activity and throughout the world. However, they are particularly frequent in subduction zones. As what I've said earlier, subduction zones wherein the oceanic crust and continental crust subducts with each other, and after the subduction process, there's the composite volcanoes nga na form. For example, along the circum-Pacific belt of convergent plate margins. Next, characteristics of composite volcanoes. First, the lava of composite volcanoes is composed of intermediate silica content and is of medium to high viscosity, known as andesite. Composite volcanoes remain dormant for a long period of time. During this period, the solidified lava around the volcano's vent collapses inside the blocks up inside and volcano's vents collapses. During this period, the solidified lava around the volcano's vents collapses inside and blacks up the vents. This increases the pressure in the volcano and the force of the subsequent eruption is immense. Lastly, and one another is that The lava from the magma chamber is ejected out of the composite volcano through the central vent. If the central vent is blocked, the lava exists through side conduits. These side conduits are known as fumaroles. Before I ended this discussion, I provided some salient questions, and I will be the one who will answer my own questions. So, number one, what zone on Earth has the greatest concentration of composite volcanoes? The answer is the Pacific Ring of Fire. Active volcanoes are located above subduction zones at convergent plate boundaries, and composite volcanoes like those found along the Pacific Ring of Fire are usually found above subduction zones. Number two, describe the materials that compose composite volcanoes. Uh, the composite volcanoes are tall, symmetrically shaped, and have step sides, sometimes rising 10,000 feet high. They are built of alternating layers of lava flows, volcanic ash, and cinders. Number 3. How do the composition and viscosity of lava flows differ between composite volcanoes and shield volcanoes? Well, the composite volcanoes are mostly formed from thick, viscous, andesitic composition lava. Meanwhile, the shield volcanoes are formed runny, less viscous, basaltic composition lava. And that's all for my discussion. And if you have any concerns or confusions, you can ask me. And if none, thank you so much.